Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here at Earth and Sky. Each of you online, we appreciate each and every one of you. We love it when you hit the like button and the subscribe button if you want to see all of our videos. If you want, you can click the bell button, which will let you choose how often you want to be notified when we post these new videos. Today, we are going to be concluding the information part of our tour around the directions and the elements. We had already talked about, if you've been watching this series, there's 8 videos already in this series of the directions and the elements and how they correlate and how you can use them in your life. So today we're going to be talking about spirit, which isn't necessarily a direction, but it does complete the circle of this as we go around the wheel with all of these different aspects. So I'm going to tie in a little bit of the information as we go along with some of the highlights from those life talks that we have. If you want to look more in depth into it, go ahead and check back in the archive and watch those videos if there's certain ones that really call out to you that you want to deep dive into and know a little bit more about how to bring it into your life and how to work with those aspects. So with each of the directions and the elements, we talked about the archangels that correlate with each of them and also what the aspect is. So the direction of the south is all about the aspect of fire, which brings in the archangel Michael, who is a fierce protector and a warrior angel full of lots of fiery energy. The direction of the west brings in the aspect of water and the sense of emotions and cleansing, which is the archangel Gabriel. Archangel Gabriel is wonderful for helping with children and also is the bringer of good fortune if you're looking to talk to the angels about helping shift some of your fate or bringing something into your life. As we continue around the circle, going into the north is the direction that represents the earth, Mum Gaia, the stability, the safety, the security feelings that we have. And the earth connects in with Archangel Ariel, who brings visions of the north. Yes, who brings visions of clarity. Visions of clarity. I had my brain skip a little bit there. The archangel that helps us with bringing in all of those aspects that come into our lives. The north brings in a lot of feelings of stability and safety. When we turn around to the east, the fourth direction, we talk about Archangel Raphael because that's the direction of the air, the inspiration that flows in, the creativity that flows in for the air. The Archangel Raphael is often talked about as the healer archangel and also as the one that is the guide for lost souls, for people that have maybe lost their way and aren't sure or maybe have gone down a darker path and are having a harder time finding their way back to their purpose and back into the path that brings them to the greatness of the light in their life. Archangel Raphael is wonderful for helping with that. And each of those have different colors that we've talked about as well. But I want to touch in a little bit on the aspect of spirit and the archangel that would come in with that. So when I talk about spirit, it's really the overarching all that is. It's that essence of purity and goodness and light and joy and love and the radiance of all of it that can flow into our lives. And there's an archangel, it's actually more of a consciousness of archangel energy that is called radiance, that really connects in a lot with spirit. There are other archangels that you can connect to that really help bring down this light or to help the light expand around you as you're connecting with that high vibration light of spirit. But the archangel essence of radiance is a beautiful flowing white light that can help you in any direction that you want. When you're looking for your purpose, when you're looking for understanding, when you're looking to find the meaning, if you feel you've lost your way and maybe you're calling a little bit on the archangel Raphael to help you with that, then you can also touch in a bit with the archangels of radiance just to help get you back on your path, because we're all made of the energy and the essence of spirit. It's who we are. We all come from the same source of unconditional light and unconditional love. But the essence of radiance is something that you can call to and bring down into yourself to help clear away if you feel like there's any darkness or murkiness or cloudiness, or as some of the Kabbalists will call it, the bread of shame that's like a veil that helps, that prevents us from being able to see that radiance that really is within us. So you can call in that energy and essence to be able to bring down this radiant white light that's beautiful, that surrounds you, that brings unconditional wisdom, unconditional love, unconditional light. The essence of spirit really is all about wisdom, because when we tap into that purity of wisdom, it helps us to recognize what our source energy is. And that source energy is unconditional love. It's the fact that we are all one. As Usui Sensei, who was an enlightened one with Reiki, once said, the universe is in me and I am in the universe. Within each of you, you are in the universe, in this physical body, but the entire universe is also within you, because you are made of that same unconditional, limitless vibrancy of light that is spirit. As we went around the wheel, we talked about each of the different colors, yellow being the color for east, red being the color for south, blue being the color for west, and green being the color for north. White is the color for spirit, and the color white contains every color of the rainbow within it. Just like when you look at a crystal or a prism in the sunlight and you see all of the rainbows that shimmer out through that light. The color white has every color, every frequency, whatever type of healing you need, you can receive from that radiant, unconditional, beautiful white light. When we talked a bit about some of the crystals and the stones that you can use for each of the different directions, crystal quartz would be my favorite go-to for connecting with spirit, because clear crystal quartz is an amazing amplifier stone. You can use it with any of the other stones that you feel drawn to use, and it will increase that energy, increase that vitality, increase the life force within all of the other crystals as well as within your house. It will allow the energy within your home to increase, and drawing down that beautiful unconditional light of love, as well as you work with that, as you have that in your home, or maybe even in your car if you want to travel with that clear quartz. The essence of spirit not only brings in a strong essence of wisdom and this divine unconditional light of love, it also brings in a joyous guidance. So when it brings in that sense of wisdom, it comes in a way that is there to help us. It helps us to find our way back onto our path, or if you're already on your path, it helps you to figure out your next steps as you keep going more and more into whatever your greatest purpose is and your reason for being here in this life, in this body, at this time. The light is always cheering us on. Often I'll use the term spirit and the light interchangeably, or the term universe is another one, or you could use the term God or goddess, or whatever term you want to use for that light of creation, the light of all that is, that spark that starts everything within us. We all have this amazing spark within ourselves, just as there was a spark that lit the universe, and there's that spark that lights each life as it is born on this planet, be they animal, people, birds, any type of life. That light is within it. The light is always cheering us on. The light wants us to succeed in our lives, and the light is always there for us. Whenever we have something that we need, or there's a problem we're trying to figure out, or maybe there's some energies we're trying to transmute or to shift that are surrounding us in our lives, we can turn to the light and ask the light to help us, and ask the light for clarity so that we can see what we need to do. The light doesn't automatically just shift everything around us to make it easy. That's not why we're here. We're here to learn and to grow and to do. So you can ask the light for clarity, and you can ask the light to show you where the resources are within you so you can meet those challenges that have come your way, so that you can move through them, so that you can grow yourself, so that you can move on to your next challenges and be able to find the light and create that light easier and easier and more the more you do it. The light wants us to succeed in our ultimate quest, and whatever your purpose is here in this life, the light is there cheering you on and able to help you to see where those resources are in your life. You simply need to ask the light or ask the universe by whatever name you want to call it. The light wants you to know love. Most of all, above everything, the light wants you to understand and to know and to feel that within yourself. Because when you know yourself and when you know that love that is in you, then you are able to give that love out to others. The light is an ultimate unconditional source of love. The light sees that we are all one and the same, that we're really united in our energies, but that we come here to experience all kinds of things, including feeling like we're disconnected from other people as we work our way climbing back up, realizing and recognizing and feeling that sense of unconditional love that is within us, that is above us, that is around us all of the time. Whenever you experience the light of Mom Gaia in a flower, or you experience the light of Mother Earth in a tree or a cloud, and you feel overwhelmed by the beauty of it, or perhaps you're looking at a sunset or the sunrise or the full moon or something in nature that is just beautiful and grand, and it captures your heart, and you just have that moment, that feeling that is a wonderful feeling. In that moment, you are experiencing what spirit feels like. You're experiencing the essence and the spirit of Mother Earth, and through that, you are also experiencing the essence and the love of the universe, of the light, expressing itself in that beautiful physical world that is around us. Whenever you feel that love and you have that experience with another animal companion, as you look into their eyes, you're experiencing the light. When you experience that when you're looking at another human and you see within their eyes that connection and you feel that oneness and that unity and that sense of love that flows through, you're experiencing the light. You're living as the light in that moment. In each moment that you choose to live in your highest self and giving of that light and that love to others, you're living in the light of spirit. You have to know that love within yourself for yourself in order to really fully be able to experience that from others and to give that to others. That's one of our greatest challenges here, is learning how can we love ourselves. We're all here as imperfect human beings on our quest to find our way back to the light and to love ourselves every step of the way wherever we are in our journey. When we came into this physical realm, we often forget that the light is always there as we work our way back to it, but it's always there. It's always within us. There's a way that you can often see this in some traditions. They'll talk about the pyramids, where whenever you have a pyramid that's pointing up, it represents our quest as humankind to ascend up that pyramid, reaching back to the divine, because we're always trying to find our way back up to spirit so that we can experience that light and that love. How many times have you heard people or seen people or felt yourself where you're just on this quest? You want to feel love. You want to feel peace. You want to feel joy. All of that is the light of the light of the creative universal force of all that is. So that's our journey, climbing up that pyramid. Well, at the same time, sometimes people feel a little lost in that. They feel a little alone. They begin to feel separated because they're not aware that the light is already in here. What they're looking for is already within themselves, that divine spark. But when you feel alone, know that every time you see a pyramid, that's pointing down, it's a sign that the universe is coming down to you as well. The universe, we are questing to reach up to the universe and that light of all that is sending that light and sending that love all the way down to us. We came into these bodies as people, as humans, as animals, as everything that has a life force, because we wanted to experience what it felt like in all of these different conditions. Because when we are in that oneness of the light, and when we're on the other side, and we're in the midst of that radiance, you could call it, we are feeling all of that unconditional light and love and joy and peace that is there. But then we want to feel what it is like to come down that ladder and to go back up that ladder, which brings in more experiences. Everything on the other side is always evolving and growing and changing and learning and shifting, just as we are here as well. One of the things we've talked about as we've gone around this cycle with each of the different directions is the foods that you can do when you want to bring in the essence of each of the different aspects. So when you're wanting to bring in the aspects of the south, eating fiery foods is really good. Finding some foods that are spicy and kick up your immune system to boost it up a little bit. All of those are great for bringing in the energy of that fiery essence of the south. When you are wanting to bring in the direction of the west and the element of the emotion, maybe cleansing emotion or being able to clear, to release things out of your life, eating watery foods, soups, teas, things like that. It's a wonderful way to cleanse the throat chakra, as well as bringing in all of those aspects of the west, cleansing through the sacral chakra as well, helping a lot with relationships. When you're wanting to bring in the stability, the grounding, the safety, the security that comes with the north, eating different foods that have herbs in them, herbs and berries, things like that are wonderful for bringing up the aspects of the north within you. And when you want to bring in the aspects of the east represents the air, creativity, inspiration. So you want to eat really airy foods. Popcorn can be a fun one to bring in the aspect of the east. Also things like bread or salmon or eggs, anything that is really light and airy. You could even have a bit of fun with it and do cotton candy. Anything that is really light and airy can help you connect with the energies of the east. So for spirit, it becomes more about the aspect of sometimes restricting the vessel a little bit so that we can then open and expand our vessel more. So fasting can be a really great way to increase your ability to bring in and connect with the aspect of spirit. You always want to be safe when you're fasting. So always drink a lot of water, and drinking water is another great way of connecting with spirit, just all in itself. You can add certain essential oils if you know which ones are safe to consume and you're using a brand that's safe to consume. Adding that aspect into your water will increase the vibration of the water. Or you can add crystals into your water, things like that, or do Reiki to your glass of water, and that's going to increase that vibrational frequency of that water as you're drinking it. When you're fasting, it doesn't have to be a period of days that you're fasting. It can be a period of a few hours as well. I know there's a lot of talk currently about intermittent fasting. So whatever your version of fasting is that works for you, when you do it with consciousness, when you do it with the intent that you're doing this to draw down that light of spirit into yourself, it's a great way to connect using the energy and the essence of the food aspect or the restriction of the food aspect to expand your vessel, allowing that light to flow into yourself. Each of the seasons we've talked about connecting with the different aspects and directions as well. With spirit, spirit is every season. Each of the others we talked about had a specific season that it really shines. But spirit is just every season. It is a representation of how spirit is always around us. Even if you're not fasting and you're not doing these other tips, you can reach into and know the aspect of spirit is always around you because it's what you're made of. It's that spark and from that light that is the core of who you are. So when you tap in and get really quiet within yourself, you're tapping into that essence of spirit within yourself and around us and far above us in the highest of the heavens. Being able to calm your mind and quiet yourself to listen to that small voice within is a great way to connect with spirit. Calming yourself so that you meditate, asking yourself to asking the spirit light to bring active dreaming to you so that you can hear the answers and the whispers of spirit within your dreams, and journaling those can be another great way to connect with that aspect and that light of spirit, drawing it down into your vessel that you're in here and now. The light of the universe is always within you. When we talk about spirit being in every season, remember to honor the light of the universe that is always there. That light of the universe is within you and every living thing. As you honor the light of the universe in every living thing that you see around you, whether it's a person or a bird in the sky or a fish in the sea or a companion animal or a wild animal or a mountain or a tree or a rock, when you honor that nature and you honor the light of the universe that is within that thing, then you are drawing that essence and that light of spirit fully into yourself. You are living with yourself in the light of the universe because you're seeing it all around you. That is also the primary key for unlocking the energies of spirit. See the light of the universe in every living thing, and you will begin to see more and more the light of the universe that is within yourself, that shines all around you, that is that spark within your heart, that is the spark that you connect with, and know that you are never truly separated from the light of the universe because it's who you are. You can't be separated from it. Know that the light is always able to clear out anything that needs to be cleared out as well. The light of the universe is always within you, and just know that anytime you need to tap into it, that all you need to do is remember and see that within every living thing that is around you, and it will automatically be expanding it within yourself. I hope that gives you some food for thought for today as we're pulling together our circle, going around the wheel of the directions and the elements. And I hope you will join us next week as we do a meditation, empowering you to bring the light of spirit into yourself so that you can see that light that's already within you. When we have that meditation next week, it might be one that you want to watch frequently as well. Anytime you start to feel like you're alone, or you have questions, or you need clarity, simply cueing in on that, meditating, allowing yourself to get quiet, to hear that small voice within yourself automatically connects you with the light that's in you and the light that shines all around us. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great week, everybody. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, please share it out with your friends and family. Thanks.